I wanted to watch the opening ceremony in person, but now we can't. So I'm going to try to enjoy it from outside.
It's impressive here. It really feels like the Olympics are going to start.
It's quite a difficult time now with the coronavirus, but since we're holding it in Japan in this rare opportunity, even if we are in a bad situation, I hope they can hold it in the best possible manner.
Well, let's get you more on this story. You can cross live to France 24's sports editor Simon Harding. He's standing by for us in Tokyo. Simon, it's official then. These games are open for business. They're set, though, to be like none other in the past. What more can you tell us?
Well, let's start with the opening ceremony. That was certainly unprecedented. Naomi Osaka, the Japanese tennis star, full-time Grand Slam winner, lighting the Olympic flame just a few minutes ago to confirm the opening of these 32nd Summer Games here in Tokyo. Considering the circumstances, we knew that this ceremony wasn't going to be like its precedent versions. No fans in attendance, less athletes in attendance, and very few members allowed to attend the ceremony, as you mentioned in your introduction. But it was a ceremony that, considering those circumstances, was beautiful and certainly a success in its own way, blending a very sober, traditional Japanese customs with the modernization of the country, with the technological advances of the country, whether it was no theatre at one end or over 1,000 drones shaping the globe in the skies above Tokyo at the other end, or 50 pictograms perfectly described and reenacted by stickmen, which are favourites of the Japanese population here. So certainly a ceremony that will live long in the history and in the memories. For the athletes, a very mixed affair. Yes, there were masks. Yes, there were very few of them. Many delegations opting just to parade and then to set themselves a safe space away from other delegations, or leaving the stadium altogether, like the Australian delegation opted to do for fears of coronavirus. So the 32nd Summer Games are officially open. It's a breath of fresh air. It's a relief for many, and we can now concentrate on the sport.
I mean, let's think a little bit about the athletes. There are 10,000 taking part in total. The field is, of course, vast. Any clues as to who we should be kind of keeping our eye on through these games?
It's 11,300 athletes, a little bit more than that, in fact, who are taking part in these games. And it is somewhat the passing of the baton in terms of generations. For the last 12 years, we've had Usain Bolt, Michael Phelps, Mo Farah, athletes that have dominated events, that have been superstars in their sports. And now we're going to settle into new names. Who is going to be the winner of the 100 metres? That's one of the big questions, at least in the male race. But of course, you have some huge names, huge favourites still here. Simone Biles, the US gymnast, trying to become the first athlete since 1968 to defend her all-round title. There is Adam Peaty, the British swimmer, who has been demolishing his very own records in the 100-metre and 50-metre breaststrokes. Is he going to be able to do that once again? There is the French judoka, Teddy Riner, who's going to try and become the first judo athlete in history to win 3 Olympic gold medals, which would be an unprecedented feat. So there is a lot to look forward to, a lot of athletes that are coming here to compete. And let's not forget that the Olympics is like no other competition in that there isn't just the one winner. There is over 70 potential gold medal winners. There's a record number of women and female athletes, 48.6%. That number has never been higher. So it is a Games that has a lot to look forward to, a lot of records to be broken, and a lot of really good performances to come with the entire Japanese population hopefully set to get behind them.
All right, as you say, much to come from these what have been highly anticipated Olympic Games. For now, keeping us up to date from Tokyo. Thank you.